Hey, what's up, guys? It's James with another commentary. This one's gonna be done really late at night, and I really want to keep my sanity because this drunk girl just came into my Mumble server like 1 or 2 hours ago after I came back from getting boba with my friends, and she basically just, I don't know, whatever, this is really stupid, but I have completely lost my sanity because this completely smashed girl was in my Mumble and chatted with my friends while making them extremely uncomfortable. So after stepping out because she probably went to take a nap, I decided to do this commentary. So yeah, this is Jelani playing Graves somewhere in the deep hell of Silver Elo ranked game, and he promised lots of laughs, so I'm not sure if he'll deliver because this is actually live. Starting on red side, Jelani's playing Graves. I don't really care about his teammates because this is silver, so let's wait and see what happens. It looks like Lee Sin is starting red. Their jungler is probably starting blue. Speaking of names, these player names suck. People need better names, like cat names, for their League of Legends players. But no words are being dropped. This looks like some pretty chill level 1 play. No one really gives a shit about the game because it's probably really late at night. So everyone's just standing still. Like, this is like a staring contest. Not an exciting game so far. Graves is taking a leak on that tree. Look, he's even moving his body in position. But he obviously uses one hand, so minions have spawned. Both junglers starting on the same side of the jungle, which means they'll be top at around 3 minutes and 15 seconds, I think. So yeah, 3:30 actually, usually. Both teams helping their junglers start. How very nice of them. And looks like they're gonna get smiteless. So Nami maybe trying to steal the buff. Top lane, Jarvan against Jace. This is actually a pretty hard matchup for Jace because lane Jarvan's pretty deadly and annoying to play against. But you know, this is silver, anything could happen. Nasus is a bit late. He's got his blue buff, but his jungle speed's extremely slow compared to Lee Sin. Bottom lane, pretty aggressive Graves Leona lane. Leona almost gets the ward, but Jelani is taking a nap and doesn't hit the ward. So you gotta hit that ward when she auto and Qs it to make it disappear. A little bit of harass going down. Not much else going on, but meanwhile top lane, this Jarvan has no ward, so where is his ward? He started 3 potions. He's going to go in on Jace, but little does he know, Lee Sin is behind him, and Knight gets dropped on Jarvan. He's going to go for first blood, though. Let's see if he gets it. Lee Sin is taking a walk, but that's good enough to save his lane partner, Jace, right there. Cover Nasus comes up top. He wants this Jace, but he's going to face check into Lee. Damage goes down. Some damage, but Lee is ultimately going to win this matchup. He's going to get the Q off. Nasus pops Ghost, and he's going to be able to get out, but it wasn't worth it because he's super chunked. Lee Sin's coming around the side. Will he get this Q? Oh. He's actually going for golems. This is super greedy. Okay, this is like insta-dead. He goes in, no Ghost, feeds double buffs. Definitely an unsafe play. Jarvan comes here, but he's only level 2. Lee Sin's level 4. He can actually 1v1 this guy right now. But Jace gives him a little bit of help. Lee Sin Qs in, and he gets another kill. So, pretty garbage play coming from Jelani's team. Let's see if Jelani can carry his horrendous teammates in the depths of Elo hell. It looks like they actually killed Vayne down here while I was paying attention to top. But a TP comes from behind. It's Cho'Gath. What? Cho'Gath middle. TP's in. Leona is going to go in to help him out. She gets bubbled, though. She might actually die, but he has no ignite. Exhaust goes down. Cho lands a field goal. And Leona's going to be able to get out while this Nami overextends and Graves gets a kill by right-clicking her. So Yeah, Silver Elo, enough said. Cho's gonna push the wave and screw over Vayne even more, so good job by Cho. He backs off, lets Vayne farm, that's nice of him. But meanwhile, Ori is pushing mid, so strange play by Cho. He is doing pretty well in farm, but he TPs down and actually ends up feeding a kill in the form of Nami. So Silver Elo woes right there. Yeah, Jelani doing pretty well. He got the kill on Vayne, he got the kill on Nami, so 2-0 with the Vamp Scepter and Endurance Blade. You should probably go Bloodthirster, which is a pretty good item on Graves, but this Lee Sin is actually pretty humongous. He went back, got straight up Madreds and Sight Stone, so very mobile. He can also do Dragon if he has 2 points in W, but I don't know if he's going to try that. So meanwhile, Lee Sin's actually coming around. He's just bought. He still has double buffs, pretty fresh, almost gone. But let's see where he goes next, because this Nasus is pretty shit on at the moment. Also top lane, like this Jace can't really do much against the Jarvan. This Jarvan, however, can't right click as well, so this is just a tragedy matchup of two very bad people. Looks like Slight Engage goes on him, but neither are going to be able to get the kill. Lee Sin comes down for the Jarvan, but he's going to be able to get out, I hope. EQ's out. Nice EQ from Jarvan, but he's running the wrong way. He gets Q'd. He's going to be executed. Wow! Lee Sin gives up and finds a Nasus. Jace, meanwhile, gets the kill on Jarvan, but he gets executed. So Nasus kind of looking left and right there, not finding out what to do. Interesting ward by Lee Sin, but he has no HP. So really sloppy play from both teams. It's actually pretty funny to watch this. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Jelani not right-clicking too well, but I wouldn't blame him because he does have 2 kills and he's been back at least twice now, I think. Mid lane, Cho'Gath, unstoppable force. You can't really push out mid Cho, or any Cho for that matter. Looks like Cho's gonna take a walk, but he's probably gonna be spotted by the no wards in bottom bush. There are 2 wards in this bush for some reason. Well, pink ward and a green ward. It's kind of redundant. Lee Sin sniffing around bottom for a very dirty lane gank. They're actually going to be able to pull this off because there aren't actually any wards for purple side. They don't see Cho and Lee walking in. And Cho actually reveals himself, flashes in. He's going to get the rupture on Leona. And Leona's probably dead. She gets feasted by Cho. Pretty good gank from blue side. Unfortunately, Jelani has no mana, so there's not much he can do in that situation. Yeah, you know, this Leona's pretty bad. She went Philostone. It's kind of unfortunate. If she went Sightstone, she could have had some ward coverage in the lane bush at least. Vayne comes in for a trade, but Graves pushes 1 button and wins. Nigga OP, clearly very OP. Nice Nasus, you know, pooped on this entire game, but still giving his blue to his mid. Very nice jungler right here. In Silver Elo, I never give blue. It's just a good policy to have. Just never give blue. Always carry your team with farm. Because you can't assume that your mid laner knows how to right click. And this Ori might, but she's not right clicking that well either. CSing, I mean. Top lane though, this Jarvan's not doing too well either. He's gonna go in on Jace, but he doesn't have enough damage to kill him right now. Jace lands a point blank shot blast. He gets ignited. He doesn't have enough because he used all his cooldowns and J4 flashed out. Meanwhile, Lee Sin is going to give his mid blue buff, which is cool. This Lee has been kind of pacified. Nasus is going to gank top. Wither goes down on Jace. He knocks back Nasus, which is pretty smart, but it looks like he's still dead. However, Jarvan's going to feed him a kill and a double kill. Okay. Jelani, I'm sorry, but your team is trash. Comedy of errors results in Jace getting a strange double kill. Jarvan has 4 deaths now. Jace finally eclipsing him by farm by about double, so top lane is lost for sure. Lane Jarvan kind of relies on like strong all-ins with his passive. It hurts a lot. So, you know, tapping people with their passive does percentage of their max health. It scales extremely well throughout the game. And it's just the pain to lane against because every few seconds he can auto-attack you. But this Jarvan I don't think knows that. So this Jace gets away for free in a tough matchup. So Jelani basically really needs to carry this hard. He's 2-0, but that's not enough yet. Should be having more kills. He also isn't stopping Vayne from farming. Leona misses the Lance. And yeah, not much going on bottom lane. Unfortunately for mid lane, Cho is actually quite pushed with blue buff. Let's see if Nasus is going to come around for a gank. It's really hard for Nasus to gank mid, or he gets slowed by Rupture, but she knows she misses the ball. Nasus is going to cast E. Cho'Gath is actually going to TP out, but he's rudely interrupted by the Ori. Meanwhile, Jarvan's going to come and assist, but it might be too late because this Cho'Gath is dead, feeding his blue buff to the Ori. Lee Sin's going to Q on Nasus, but Nasus is actually going to walk through this entire range of vision to look around. He's going to look if their blue's up. He's looking very hard, walking back and forth. Dogs shouldn't have to look, they should just be able to use their sense of smell. But Lee Sin is blind, so he cues the wrong bush. And he's going to get withered, actually. This Nasus with red buff could actually duel him, but he kicks Nasus to safety because he's blind. He ults for tons of magic damage, but Jace is going to be able to push him out. I don't think Jace is enough to finish him off, though. Ori Ball shields him, and he's safe. Meanwhile, Jarvan gets the free farm top, which he desperately needs because a Vamp Scepter is not going to win you your lane. Janani is going to go home. Let's see if he has enough for BF Sword. Will he click on the right item? Yes, I hope he buys a BF Sword. Good job, you're well on your way to Bloodthirster. I keep building Blade of the Rune King on Graves. It's definitely not a good item on him. I've lost so many Graves games just from not clicking on the right item. Definitely click on the right items, because if you buy the right item, that's like an extra 100 elo or whatever to your rank. So mid-show, farming continuously. Ori's actually beating him in farm, which is good, because Ori farms rates like crazy. She should be farming her rates more. So mid and jungle are going to back together. They're both returning to mid. Dog's going to be sniffing around, but he gets spotted out by a ward. I don't think Cho's going to fall for his shenanigans. This Nasus really likes to walk around, and he's wasting a lot of time just walking around looking for stuff that's basically not there. He's going to keep walking. Oh, he decides to actually go bottom for a potential lane gank. This is interesting because Leona offers great lane gank support. However, she doesn't carry pink wards. She has a pink ward, but she really needs to pink this right now. My bad. So the dog is waiting patiently at the tower. Vayne gets hooked though. Nami Bubble goes down but misses. And this is probably going to be a dead Vayne. Nice kill from Jelani right there. A little bit of an unnecessary flash from Leona, but it gets the job done. Getting your Graves fed, very important in solo queue. But you know how it is with Vayne. You feed her, you don't feed her in lane, but meanwhile after a few minutes you suddenly notice that she has 3 kills that she shouldn't have, and the game's just over from there. Meanwhile, Jarvan desperately farming double golems. And mid lane, there seems to be an engage on Cho'Gath with Nasus. He might be able to get the kill, but let's see if he lands a good rupture. Nice flash through the wall from Cho'Gath, but Nasus is going to ghost after him. Let's see if he can catch up. But he decides to run this way, which is kind of odd because Cho'Gath ran that way. Unfortunately, he can't catch Cho'Gath. Lands the Wither on Jace just to make it difficult for him to push. And pretty nice moves from this Nasus. Definitely scaring off their mid lane, which is great. And meanwhile, Jarvan does get to free farm top, so he's slowly catching up, but he's nowhere near the strength that he needs to be. He's also going Blade of the Rune King, which is kind of retarded, but whatever. Meanwhile, Lee Sin is sitting bottom, tries to go for a kill again that isn't there. What he really needs to do is just tell his Vayne to act retarded so she gets hooked and he can W in and get a kill on Jelani, but that's not going to happen. He actually just stood by this ward, which is dumb. Jelani's going to go in and try to blow his load all over Vayne, but he's going to not get any damage off because Leona didn't really follow up right there. She's going to get the hook on Vayne again though. Ult drops down on Vayne, doesn't get the stun. Jelani's walking back and forth trying to decide what to do, but you know, not much going on. Vayne's going to actually ult in for the Leona, and a TP in from Cho'Gath on the side is probably going to get both of these people killed. Leona goes down. Wow. And Jelani's going to go down as well. Shut down from Cho'Gath. That's a lot of gold. 432 gold going to Cho'Gath as well. And Vayne getting a kill. So this is not looking good for Jelani's team. The Correct response would be to take Dragon right now, but I don't think they know. Meanwhile, Jace might be handed this blue from Lee Sin. He's probably asking for it in chat right now. But the jungler giveth, the jungler taketh away, and it looks like the jungler is going to give it to Cho'Gath. He feasts it through the wall. Wow, I didn't know that was possible. That's pretty cool. He's big now. So yeah, this Ori, she's pretty farmed, but not a lot of roam from her, considering that Cho'Gath is 3-1, and he's basically been farming just as well as her, but also getting kills down bottom. So he's basically preventing Jelani from snowballing. He misses the Rupture on Ori. Does he know if Jarvan's here? Jarvan is here, but he probably can't get the kill on Cho because he actually does 0 damage. This Jarvan mid game, he's going to die in 2 seconds because Cho will push 2 buttons, and it's not going to look good for red team. A lot of these characters, these heroes need a lot of farm, like Ori and Jarvan, to do well, especially if they don't have good starts. Rupture's going to land on Ori, but it misses. My bad. He's going to insect over, causes Cho to miss the silence. She gets ulted. Lee Sin's taking tower. He almost dies, though. Wow, disastrous gank. Costs a lot of summoners. Nasus gets queued by Lee Sin. Cho'Gath's going to get gone on, but he gets a nice Rupture with 2 people. Meanwhile, bottom, there's strange retreat pings going down. Vayne's going to get a wall stun on Leona. Nami Tide ult goes in, but Jelani's hitting the right person. He's just turning around at the wrong time, and she's going to get hooked by Leona. Jelani push R. Nice R by Jelani. Gets the kill on Vayne. Great play right there. You need to be less hesitant when you're playing Graves because you really can just EQ in with Bloodthirster. That's like the time when you're really strong. Meanwhile, mid, Nasus gets dived by, wow, Jace. Feeds double buffs, I think. Feeds one of the buffs at least. So I totally missed that, my bad. Really aggressive play from bottom lane, which is great because they really need to take this tower right now. They're trading towers both mid, top, and bottom. So pretty good trade for red team because they really need these towers right now. They're only down 2k, but they probably don't realize that being down 12-5 is actually quite demoralizing. It seems like blue team is going to keep going middle though. Will they get flanked from the bottom lane? Little bit of indecision. Retreat ping is going down for blue side, but they're going to commit to this tower. They're not going to be able to get it though. Let's see if Leona can land anything. She doesn't have ultimate. She's going to try to lance in, but a nice Rupture from Cho prevents them from following up. And a Shock Blast dissuades them as well. Jarvan's coming around for the flank though. Let's see if he dies in 2 seconds. He's going to get Jace knocked up, but he doesn't have enough mana for Cataclysm. Flash in from Jarvan and an Ignite. That's kind of pointless. He's going to get the lance off, but the last tick of Ignite won't steal his life. Nasus coming in. Jarvan's going to get queued by Lee Sin. Lee Sin's in the wrong place though. Leona misses a lance. Nice Oriole prevents it from ward jumping. And Lee Sin goes down to Ori. Really nice play from red side. And Jelani comes in for a very dirty kill on Jace, getting himself the double buffs. Damn. Yeah. Jelani's a rapist. That's all I have to say. So Vayne free farming bottom, that's good. Whenever your team's feeding and you're playing something like Vayne and you're a hyper carry, if you can't help and group and outplay, you should always just be farming. So Jelani is actually quite fed. Almost 7k gold net worth, highest on his team at the moment. And he also has pocketed 2.1k gold, so that's going to be Phantom Dancer after this tower. Cho'Gath's going to come mid though. He's going to hit Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath wants none of that and just tries to queue the minions to clear the wave. But Cho'Gath pretty hard to kill right now, especially with Rod of Ages and a couple of feast stacks. Meanwhile, bottom, there's going to be a 3-man defense of this bottom tower. Let's see if Leona wants to go in. Nami shows herself though. She hesitates. Vayne's going to condemn her into the wall. She's going to get withered though. I don't know if Leona can follow up, but Jarvan's certainly here with full mana this time. And she's going to completely miss her stun, but this Vayne is as good as dead. Yeah. Pretty fail right there. No double lift today. Not going to get the kill on Jarvan. This is how squishy Jarvan is. He can barely 1v1 the Vayne, who's getting like destroyed by 3 people at once. Meanwhile, Jelani gets double kill. Middle survives with 40 HP. Practically 30. He's going to get feasted by Cho'Gath though. Om nom nom. Poor Jelani gets feasted. He has red buff though. This Ori's going to take a few auto attacks from Cho, but going to be able to get out. Meanwhile, more bloodshed in the bottom lane. I can't follow this game at all because I'm tired. Yeah, pretty fail. This Ori is gonna escape by the skin of her teeth because Cho'Gath is bad. So lucky Ori. Nasus is gonna come around, but he has no health. He can't really help. Cho'Gath's pretty big right now. He's pocketing almost 7k gold as well. So very tanky with a Negatron Cloak and Warden's Mail. Meanwhile, Ping goes down for blue side on Dragon. I'm not sure if they'll do it because they could have done it about 20 minutes ago. Oh, the game's only been going on for 20 minutes. They could have done it about 10 minutes ago. So Cho'Gath's going to start Dragon. Nami, a lot of a better support than this Leona has been in terms of ward coverage. So Jarvan gets a sniff on Dragon. He knows what's going on. But he's going to get caught out by Lee Sin and Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath misses another point-blank rupture again. You have to lead that shit. So Cho'Gath playing real bad, letting free kills go away about twice or 3 times now. But Jarvan does get caught, so this might mean a free Dragon for blue side. Leona's going to go on ham though. She's going to get the stun on Cho'Gath. Nope. She lands the stun on Vayne. Vayne's going to get instigated practically. She flashes out with a nice escape. Leona's stun misses, but slows Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's real tanky. He's a huge brick wall. Dragon actually goes to blue side, so not that good of an engagement for red side. Nami's going to get caught though by Nasus. Nasus is going to be sped up by Ori. Nice Aqua Prison from Nami stops them from chasing. This Ori's a bit overextended right now, but meanwhile at top, Jace is actually wailing down on the second tower of red side, so not looking good for Jelani's team right now, despite him being outrageously fed at the moment. A lot of indecision. Jace is just stalling for his team, getting in that tower. Interesting Oriole. Actually, Cho tries to flash it, but he gets ulted backwards. He's going to go down here to Jelani. Nice kill. Not much follow-up because Nasus is in way too deep. He might actually go down. He does go down. And not a good trade because Jace is at their inhibitor tower, and they're just letting him get this for free. So, yeah, pretty fail. They get 1 turret, but trade 2 towers and possibly an inhibitor? It's kind of odd. Come on, Jelani, you gotta carry harder. They're gonna go up top for Jace. Jace might actually die here. But Jelani has no way of slowing him, and Jarvan's just walking the wrong way, so he's gonna find Jace right here. Misses the Shock Blast. Jelani's gonna trade autos with him. He gets ignited, dashes away. Smoke screen misses. Kind of fail right there from both sides. Jace is looking for another Shock Blast on Jelani. Let's see if he gets it, but the minions are going to defend him. Surrender vote fails for red. Nami comes in but misses the Aqua Prison. Not good for red team, even though they're down by 4k. The map advantage that blue team has right now is just too good. Smokescreen stops Jace from backing. Ori shields Jelani, but no follow-up from their team whatsoever. It's really, really tough right now for them to win. Sorry, I'm talking to my friend on Steam. Fudge. Looks like Cho'Gath's gonna be pushing mid, taps tower twice to get mid tower. Yeah, not looking good. 6 towers to 3. Towers matter a lot in terms of vision. But the Leona for red side, she's just not warding too well. Like, there's very little vision for red side on the right areas of the map right now. They really need wards top side because someone can just stroll in their top and shoot the inhib a couple of times and it'll actually go down. So Driver gets caught mid. Cho finally lands the correct rupture. He gets kicked backwards. Flashes for no reason and he's going to go down. He could have flashed earlier and avoided that situation entirely because he has a lot of good escape potential on Jarvan. So silly Jarvan going 2-5 this game. He's anti-carrying his team pretty hard. But there are a lot of reasons why red team's in this situation, and the biggest thing that I can say is, first of all, Jarvan's a complete idiot, but second of all, Nasus just spend a lot of time walking around. So red team does have really good engage though, in the form of Leona Jarvan. That's some pretty good mid-range hard engage, but they haven't been using it because usually one of them is caught, and one of the problems is this Jarvan is not tanky enough. Having bladed the Ruin King, he can't really survive many rotations from his enemies. Cho'Gath's gonna get the rupture, lands on 2 people. He's gonna get caught by Nasus though. Leona goes on him as well, gets queued by Lee Sin. Cho'Gath gets knocked up. He's gonna be pretty dead. Ori ult wasted. 3 ults burnt on Cho'Gath alone. Let's see if they can follow up with anything else. Nice catch. Jelani gets hit by Shock Blast, unfortunately. So, pretty good catch from Red Team. This is exactly what they need to come back in this game. Yeah. So, ping goes down on Red side for Baron, but this is probably not going to work because Leona has no pinks and the enemy has full vision of the shenanigans of Red Team right now on Baron. It looks like they're opting for an age-old strategy of camp the bush. Ori gets Q'd by Lee Sin. She shields herself. Nami lands a nice Aqua Prison on 3 people. She knows they're there now. Ori ball misses again, gets Q'd. Nasus is going to land the Wither on Lee Sin. This is the wrong target. He's going to get condemned by Vayne. But Draven's going to go in anyway, knocking up Vayne. He doesn't have ultimate though. So Jace just knocking people back. Ori has no ultimate either. Sick Aqua Prison gets 3 people. But Jace goes full retard mode and jumps in too hard, and Jelani blows his load all over his face, and he goes down. Really, really small Cho'Gath lands a nice rupture on Leona. She's going to go down for sure. Jelani's struggling to kite against Cho'Gath. Gets Q'd by Lee Sin, but he's super low. Jelani pushes Q, and Lee Sin goes down. Does he want more, though? He gets Aqua Prisoned. More right clicks from Jelani. Cho'Gath goes down. Vayne's also going to go down too. Nasus lives by the skin of his teeth, and Jelani doing some pretty good work to carry his team at the moment. 10-2 with 170 farm. It's pretty damn good right now. Yeah, this is exactly what Red Team needs. Sloppy team fights from blue side, not a lot of coordination from them. Lee Sin, difficult champion to play in team fights as well as Cho'Gath. So very suboptimal play from them. Losing a fight that they should have instantly won because blue side was missing so many ultimates. Jelani gets hit by Shock Blast. Jace splashes forward for the kill, but he lands a smoke screen down. Nami Tidal Wave comes close behind. Almost gets Jelani. Jace is going to speed himself up again with another transform, but Jelani doesn't have teammates coming to help him. Draven's like AFK at blue buff. He's just chilling. He actually has no mana, so quite odd. Jace is going to keep chasing. Jelani drops a smoke screen to deter him, and he backs off. This J4, man, I don't know why he's taking blue. Because you should give that shit to Jelani right now, or Ori. People who have been doing infinitely better. And people are building very strange items because this is silver elo. Like, Jace is a Warden's Mail. He's actually going to catch Leona right here. More on that later. 6 stun by Leona allows her to get out. Jace might pursue further, but nope, he's not going to because there's a ward here. Yeah, this Jace is really weak. He should charge up his Muramana more and not buy Warden's Mail because that item really doesn't make sense. On Jace, you probably want GA, which is better, I think. New Warden's Mail, not the best. I just don't like it as much. So yeah, Jelani, pretty fed. Fury Boots, 3-item Graves. Definitely strong right now. Not a lot of stuff going on, but considering that the gold lead hasn't actually been separating as much as I thought it would be, it's like 3k, it was 4k before. It's practically been the same, and red side has just been catching up really, really well. And they do have a decent late game. Cho'Gath's late game is pretty good, and Vayne's late game is pretty good, but considering this is silver elo, anything can happen. Leona finally wards Baron, but J4 decides to go in. This is kind of a retard move. J4 is just taking damage from Baron, and he walks back to his team in shame because nobody loves him. Meanwhile, middle is Cho'Gath going to get caught again. Wither goes down on Vayne. She's completely caught out of position. Sick Oriole lands her back, and Jelani pushes Q to finish her off. Really good catch on Vayne. She's pulling a Jarvan right now and really anti-carrying her team so hard. 3 and 7. No second item even yet. So she's pretty sufficiently pooped on at the moment. So definitely a great chance for red side to come back. This is a pretty good time to do Baron, but Leona doesn't have good ward coverage. Really risky Baron attempt. This might be the root of all throws in this game of throws right here. Jelani's actually cut off from the rest of his team. Jarvan's not here to help. The rest of his team is actually just tanking Baron and walking back and forth. Leona's standing there stupidly watching Baron shoot Nasus. Meanwhile, Jarvan flashes in on Nami, gets the ultimate, but only gets Cho'Gath though. He immediately walks out. Nasus is trying to follow up with Wither, but Wither's Cho'Gath again, oddly. He gets knocked back from Jace. Jace is going to go down. That Warden's Mail paying for itself. And Lee Sin's going to come in, E his team, and just walk immediately out. Great team fighting skills from Lee Sin. Flashing from Graves. Some right clicks on Cho'Gath. Smoke screen, he's slowed. Vayne's going to come in though. Pushes R, takes off half of her health. Graves is unstoppable. I'm gonna take some water because my voice is like getting owned. Really good play from Jelani right there, showing the other team who is the boss. And it seems like red team being indecisive about what objectives to pursue while they should be taking this Baron. Lee Sin gonna come from behind. Mrs. Q stops Jarvan from backing, and it seems like red side has finally decided to start Baron, which is probably the right call. They should definitely turn on this Lee Sin when he comes because he will try to steal. Lee Sin pops a ward for some better vision. Leona is zoning Cho'Gath, but Cho'Gath doesn't give a fuck. And he's going to come around maybe for a feast steal. They should stop damage on Baron, but nice finish off by Ori. He's going to get both of these blue team members killed, and this might actually be GG. Cho'Gath's going to TP out, but that's not going to be enough as Jarvan dunks him away. Denied. Leona doing a great play by backing on this ward. She's going to be unassisted by her team as Nami aqua prisons her, but where is her teammate? I thought there was a team with her. Jace actually decides to go on Jarvan, but he won't have enough to finish Ori. That was also a good plan. I would have gone on Leona. It was safer. But yeah, pretty interesting response. Leona is actually going to keep walking around this area. You don't want to feed any more Baron buffs when you don't have to. Luckily, the death timer for Jarvan isn't too far off, so they'll have plenty to do with this Baron. Which is, they should be pushing some towers right now. Especially when you're not confident in winning, getting these outer towers is pretty important, especially when they have not much health left. I need some more water, my voice is dying. Yeah, commentating, like, just kills my voice. I need to build up my stamina. Yeah, let's talk about items. Ori's got a pretty good late game build, Roa into Archangels. It's pretty nice scaling build right there. She's going to be doing a lot of damage once she finishes that Archangels, not to mention her death cap. Jelani's been building pretty well. I would argue for this defensive item right here because he is outrageously fed. He'll do as much damage as he should be regardless. Meanwhile, top, Jace is split pushing once again, and Jarvan's going to come stop him. Meanwhile, Ori's going to try to go for this Jace. Jelani needs to back away from mid because he might get caught. Jarvan's kind of AFK. I don't think he notices that his teammate is coming. So Jarvan's successfully wasting the time of his teammates once again. This guy not helping at all. Meanwhile, Jelani gets caught by Lee Sin, gets kicked into Cho'Gath, and he's probably going to go down. But Cho'Gath lands a nice point blank rupture. He's going to get feasted maybe? Nice aqua prison. Jelani's just getting alley-ooped right here continuously. Gets shut down. Looks like red team wants to fight despite not having their main source of damage. Nice rupture from Cho'Gath, gets 2. Hook goes in on Cho'Gath. He's completely caught. Sick Oriole gets 2 people. Nice follow-up from Jarvan. And are they going to actually 4v5 this? Oh, wait. Vayne's just AFK bottom. They're going to go for this Lee Sin, but he's sight zone, so he should be fine. He might be walking the wrong way. Nope. Gets knocked up by Jarvan, almost. Flashes it. Rest of red team's going to come. War jumps to the north side. Pretty good juke. He should be running up right now. There we go. He's deciding to run up, wasting the time red team, which is really good because they don't want red team getting any towers. Q's the wave. He's going to actually be able to elude this Jarvan. This Jarvan's wasting his time. He doesn't have much mana left, and he's actually going to choose to farm the wave. So red side finally pushing the top tower of blue. But Vayne's going to actually condemn this Nasus into the wall. She has red buff though, so this potentially might be deadly if Ori weren't there. Wow. Lee Sin actually dies, so that's pretty bad for blue side. He definitely should have recalled sooner and maybe try to juke a bit while longer. He probably misplayed and didn't expect the Leona. Oh well, so Lee Sin dead for another 30 seconds. This could potentially mean a mid tower. However, Cho'Gath is going for the special ops back door of the top inhib. So a lot of diversion going on from blue side. He's going to wait for this wave. Nope, he's going to reveal himself, gets spotted by the wave, and backs off. Which is quite odd because his team can just stop red side from backing right now. So Cho'Gath is actually going to get spotted by the wave, goes back in, waits for the wave to pass, and comes out. Not very special ops. Graves is actually backing, but AP Cho'Gath, you know, not the best at taking inhibs. He's scratching. Looks like Leona wants blood though, gets bladed the Ruined King by Vayne. Jace gets hooked, he's completely out of position, but Ori's being indecisive. She walks in for point blank ult on 3 people, sick ultimate. Let's see if Nasus can follow up. Lands that Pimp Cane on Vayne. Pretty nice finish off. Jace EQ, gets a field goal. Meanwhile, Leona's knee-deep in the enemy team, deciding between Nami or Lee Sin. She finds Lee Sin, though, gets hooked, applies red buff. You gotta apply that red buff. Lee Sin gets dunked by... Wow, war jumps over. Nami doesn't give him the assist. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath's being chased, and Oriana is godlike, 8-2. Pretty nice score. So, Special Ops Cho'Gath didn't quite work out. He should have just gone. Like, he could have gone while his team prevented Jelani's team from backing. Oh my god, my voice is dying. Yeah, so looks like red team gonna finally get this inhib that they so deserve. The gold lead is actually still the same, but that doesn't really matter because their Jace and Vayne don't quite know how to play this game, so pretty good. It looks like Jelani's done. I'm pretty sure he won, so I should probably cast the rest of this game. More indecision from red side. Just backing. Baron's up soon. Nace is taking blue, which is great. Nami's warding, but she doesn't know what's going on the left side. He smites actually early. So, pings go down for blue side on the naked inhib. And it seems like their team is going to find Ori right here. No condemn from Vayne, though. So Ori gets out. She should have condemned immediately. That would have been a nice kill for Vayne. Meanwhile, it seems like red side finally learns what is going on, and they're all recalling to defend the mid tower. Looks like Jace and Cho'Gath are there first, but they can't really do much without the support of his team. This Cho'Gath is very, very small. He actually has no feast stacks at all, I don't think. So, smallest Cho'Gath NA. I feel really bad for him because he hasn't really done that much this game. He's pretty tanky, but you know, Cho'Gath not good enough to win games at this point, unfortunately. Jarvan catches Cho'Gath. He's not going to follow up, though. Gets balled by Ori. Doesn't have EQ for another 8 seconds, I don't think. So, a little bit of poke going down for both sides, but Jace, you know, not the best item build. Does no damage whatsoever. Lee Sin's going to get caught. Condemn on Nasus. Nice dodge from the ult from Jarvan. He's going to try to EQ again, maybe. Leona's going to try also. But let's see if they find anything. Blue team's being really indecisive. Nice knock-up on 2 members of blue team. And Leona's going to flash in. Misses the hook on everybody. Jelani's going to go and push his Q, maybe? Nope, he didn't push Q. Right clicks, gets the kill on Jace. This is going to be game for blue side. It seems like red side taking commanding lead. Vayne doesn't know what QSS is. And she gets caught once again. 3-10 Vayne. Completely shut down this game. Definitely a bad AD carry player right there. Jelani just going man mode, 0 defensive items, and it seems like they're going to be able to end this game, and that was a very painful game to watch, but it was hilarious nonetheless because Jelani did deliver, promised a very fun and interesting game, even though it was kind of dumb. But yeah, so great games from Jelani. And I will see you guys later because my voice is dying.